Deep in the heart of the Carpathian Mountains, where mist clings to ancient trees and shadows stretch long in the twilight, lies a forgotten village. Here, whispers of a dark legend linger. The legend of Vlad the Impaler, known to the world as Dracula. A team of scholars and explorers venture into these forgotten lands, searching for relics of a bygone era, unaware of the ancient terror they are about to awaken. Among the team is Elena, a historian with a dangerous obsession, and Dr. Marcus, a skeptic who seeks the truth buried beneath legend. Beneath the crumbling stones of Bran Castle, they uncover a hidden catacomb, lost to time, sealed by those who feared what lay within. But some secrets are meant to stay hidden. As Elena touches the ancient tomb, the seal of silence is broken. And from the depths of darkness, he rises. Dracula, Prince of Shadows, reborn. Once a feared ruler of Wallachia, now an immortal nightmare, Dracula steps into a world that has long forgotten him. Yet his hunger for power has not diminished. With a heart as cold as the eternal night, he seeks to reclaim his kingdom and enslave the souls of men. As the moon rises, so too does the darkness. In the village below, strange occurrences begin to unfold. The villagers feel his presence. Shadows move without cause, whispers fill the wind, and terror grips their hearts. The Impaler has returned. We have to stop him. There must be a way. The answer lies in the ancient texts, in the forgotten rituals of the past. But can Elena and Marcus find the strength to face the immortal, knowing that failure will doom not just the village, but the world? In the heart of Bran Castle, under the pale light of a full moon, the final battle begins. Dracula, in his full power, stands against Elena and Marcus, his eyes burning with a centuries-old thirst for domination. You dare challenge me? I am the eternal night. I am fear itself.
You were once human, but you've become a monster, and monsters can be defeated. Let's end this.
The fight between light and darkness rages. Dracula commands the shadows, summoning wolves and bats to his side. But armed with ancient knowledge and courage, Elena and Marcus use the one thing Dracula cannot resist, the ritual that binds him to his cursed immortality. With the power of ancient magic and human courage, Dracula is bound once more, sealed into the shadow from whence he came. But the curse remains, waiting for the next one foolish enough to break it. He's gone, but for how long? As long as there's darkness, he'll never be far away. And so, Dracula's shadow fades into the night, but the legend endures. For evil never truly dies. It only waits, lurking in the shadows for the next unwary soul. The shadow of the Impaler lives on.
The story of Dracula is deeply rooted in Romanian history, folklore, and legend. Although the name is most commonly associated with Bram Stoker's 1897 novel, Dracula's origins go far beyond the fictional vampire, reaching into the life of a 15th-century prince, Vlad III, also known as Vlad the Impaler or Vlad Dracula, and Romanian vampire myths. Vlad III, also known as Vlad Tepes, was a ruthless ruler of Wallachia, a region in modern-day Romania. He was born in 1431 in Sighișoara, Transylvania, which was part of Hungary at the time, to Vlad II Dracul, a member of the Order of the Dragon, a chivalric order sworn to defend Christendom against the Ottoman Empire. His father's title, Dracul, meaning dragon, or devil in Romanian, later gave Vlad III the surname Dracula, meaning son of Dracul. Vlad ruled Wallachia on 3 separate occasions, 1448, 1456-1462, and 1476. He is best remembered for his brutal tactics and penchant for impaling his enemies on wooden stakes, earning him the moniker Vlad the Impaler. His methods of punishment were seen as extreme, even for the turbulent times he lived in, but he was considered by many Romanians as a hero who defended his people from the Ottoman Turks. Vlad's most infamous method of execution, impalement, involved impaling victims on long stakes, leaving them to die slowly in agony. This tactic was intended to strike fear into his enemies, including the Ottoman invaders. It's said that he once impaled 20,000 Ottoman soldiers outside his capital, Târgoviște, and left their bodies to rot as a warning to the advancing army. The sight of this forest of the dead caused the Ottoman Sultan Mehmed II to retreat in terror. Despite his brutality, Vlad was seen by many as a protector of Wallachia, shielding his lands from Turkish occupation and maintaining order with an iron fist. His violent reign became part of local folklore, and stories of his cruelty spread across Europe, eventually reaching the ears of writers like Bram Stoker. The Romanian vampire myths were already entrenched in local folklore long before Bram Stoker's novel. 2 key supernatural beings are central to Strigoi and moroi. Strigoi are the restless spirits of the dead that rise from their graves to feed on the blood of the living. Strigoi are believed to be people who died under unusual circumstances, were cursed, or who practiced witchcraft. These beings could shape-shift into animals, become invisible, and drain the life force from their victims. There are stories of villagers performing rituals to prevent Strigoi from returning, such as exhuming bodies and driving stakes through their hearts. Moroi, similar to Strigoi, are believed to be undead creatures. Unlike Strigoi, they are sometimes depicted as ghostly or spiritual vampires, linked to malevolent forces or evil spirits. The fear of these creatures, particularly the Strigoi, was profound in rural Romania, and it's believed that this fear influenced Stoker's characterization of his Dracula as a bloodthirsty, undead aristocrat. In 1897, Bram Stoker published Dracula, a Gothic novel that would forever change the portrayal of vampires in literature. While Stoker never visited Romania, he researched the region extensively. He chose the name Dracula after reading about Vlad III Dracula and his fearsome reputation. However, Stoker's Count Dracula is more of a mythical, supernatural figure than a historical tyrant. In the novel, Count Dracula is an ancient vampire from Transylvania, an isolated region with a mysterious, almost mystical aura. The Count lives in a crumbling castle deep in the Carpathian Mountains, from which he plots to move to England to spread his curse. His character represents death, disease, and the otherworldly, all familiar themes in Gothic fiction. Stoker combined the elements of Romanian vampire myths, the legends of Vlad the Impaler, and the Gothic literary tradition to create a story that has endured for over a century. Interestingly, while Vlad the Impaler is a national hero to many Romanians, he is rarely associated with vampires within the country. Dracula, as portrayed in Western literature, is largely a product of foreign interpretations of Romanian history and folklore. However, the success of the Dracula myth has had a profound effect on Romania's tourism industry. Bran Castle, often marketed as Dracula's Castle, despite having little to no connection with Vlad himself, has become a major tourist destination. Visitors from around the world come to explore the misty Carpathian Mountains, medieval fortresses, and dark forests that inspired Stoker's eerie setting. In conclusion, the story of Dracula is a unique blend of history, legend, and fiction. On one hand, there is the historical Vlad the Impaler, a brutal but heroic figure in Romanian history, remembered for his defense of Wallachia from Ottoman invaders. On the other hand, there is the vampiric Dracula, a supernatural being born out of Romanian vampire folklore and immortalized by Bram Stoker's novel. Together, these two figures have intertwined, creating one of the most iconic and enduring characters in popular culture. Whether as the cruel prince or the bloodthirsty vampire, Dracula continues to captivate imaginations worldwide, casting a long shadow over the history and mythology of Romania.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.